Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to part 2. What is this? Part 2. It's actually the third day. I was going to do a video every single day, but some of them aren't as exciting as maybe they should be. But so today is going to be part 2, and we left Cache Creek and we are heading toward Prince George. I always want to say Prince Charles. I lived in England for a while, but anyway, so this is what it looks like. Let me get you around there so you can see. Okay, flipping around, and there's the scenery we have. I should have done it a little earlier. We woke up this morning. Oh, deer just ran across two. Yeah, a couple of them. They say watch for animals, and they're right. But hopefully we'll get to see some bears when we get. That'll be exciting. But anyway, we're going to Prince George, and this is what we have. And this morning when we woke up, Snickers went potty quick because it was cold outside and there was frost on the window, but it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. A beautiful day, and why wouldn't it be, huh, babe? Such a good day. I'm gonna turn you around over there.
So far, so good.
Yep, it's turning out to be a good trip. So we are on day 3, and I will do more later. We didn't have a place to have breakfast, but Little Miss Preparedness here. We had yesterday for dinner. We didn't have dinner or breakfast, but we had cheese and crackers. And you guys, you need to go watch in fact, maybe I will pin it. It's an old video, but it's where I dehydrated the little tiny Bryan tomatoes. By the way, they're little, like a grape, bigger than a grape. You cut them in half, you put them in with balsamic vinegar, Italian seasoning, and you dehydrate them, and they're like little pizza bites, huh? They taste good, huh? They're so good. They're like a pizza flavory, and they're really good. And you know, I hate raw tomatoes, but I will eat the heck out of those. So it was kind of nice. So I had kind of a little charcuterie situation yesterday. We had cheese, crackers, those little things, and a yogurt for dessert. And this morning we woke up and we each had a couple breadsticks. Brian had a yogurt, and I have one of these fruit drinky things that I'm drinking. And so that was cool. So here we go. We are on our way, and we will be driving that way for the whole day. So as soon as we have something more to show you, I'll be back. So this is fascinating. This is one of the reasons why road trips are awesome, because looky look, it has not been 27 minutes. Has it been 27 minutes since the last time I showed you? And now here we are in snow flurries, and it is now -3 degrees Celsius. And Brian has changed his control panel on the truck to reflect kilometers. But yeah, check it out. The Canadian High. This is super cool. It's getting a little frosty. This is what makes life fun. Pulling a U-Haul going into I don't know what. But it's supposed to, seriously, I looked at the conditions, and it's supposed to be fine. We're at just the top of a hill here. See, that semi-truck is doing great. Poor guy. Anyway, so this is what we're heading into now, and we'll have to give you an update. But this is literally 27 minutes after I just showed you the beautiful scenery. Okay, and this is now 4 more minutes down the road, and this is why I like the fact that Brian has this big old heavy pickup truck. It's getting a little flurrier. But I remember a day when we would get in our car at like 11 o'clock at night when both of our kids were sleeping in their car seats and drive to Connecticut from Virginia so that we could go overnight. Remember? We would go overnight, and then that way we'd get there at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we wouldn't have to make stops or anything. That's when we were young and we could do that. And one time we went, and it was so bad, we got stuck on it being so bad that we just literally had to follow the lights of the semi-truck ahead of us. Ooh, those are cool signs. But I was going to say, you guys, this absolutely reminds me of when we drive through the Rockies, when we've been through the Rockies. The scenery is very similar. But here we have an incredible view, though. Isn't it pretty? And now we're at -4. Oh, semi-truck. It's kind of cool. Chasm. So we went through Clinton, and this is really weird. Before we stopped last night, We had to pass through the town with the same, it was the same name as our town. And then we literally had to we turned on a street that was the same name as our street. And then when we got back on this road, the first sign was for a place that's really near where we live. So it's kind of weird, but it was fun. All right, see, it's clearing up because we're coming back down, but I just thought. So we are now, what, a couple hours in, and here is 2 hours. So in 2 hours, we went through what we just saw, and now we are back to this. But this is so beautiful. Look at the size of that lake. We've gone by some incredible places. And the thing that's cool here is so many of the things are like log homes and log cabin looking, and I love that. But this is really pretty over here. I don't know if I can do it to zoom in. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. See over there? I want to show the lake. That's as close as I can get. That's all the zoom in I can do. But it is really pretty here. So I like it. I like the view. And we stopped at just a place, what was the 150-mile house place? Anyway, we stopped there, went to the bathroom, Brian got some more coffee. And so, this is where we're at. I'm zoomed. Hang on. Anyway, there's your view. So, I will come back in a little bit when we've got more to. So this is a really, really pretty valley. You can see over there. It's really nice, and there's a lot of cattle places here, but the thing I'm particularly interested in is you can see new houses, new, I say new, but like that kind of just a house.
There's an old house.
And there's an old one back there. So what Brian and I are noticing, which is really cool, and I'll try to get them for you, but you can see where, clearly they have built a newer house on these ranches. But then tucked in the woods, you'll see little old cabins that are just kind of falling apart, little log cabins. And I see those and I feel like I want to go, bring them back to life because they're so cool. And then when I look at them, I think to myself, what kind of a life the person who originally built that cabin must have lived in it. So I feel like, I wish you could go look at them or, something, because if it was me, I just don't feel like I could let it sit there and just fall apart. And there's some really cool looking ones. So when I find one, as we pass, if I feel like we're seeing one, I will definitely show you guys, because I think that that's just so neat. But there's some really neat looking places out here. So I want to show you. So I'm going to find me a little cabin in the woods so that I can show you, and then we can all figure out what it would have been like to build that cabin and lived out here in this kind of territory and weather and lifestyle for the original person who was there. There's a pretty bit of scenery out my window. I'm still looking for one of those little cabins to show you, but we are coming around here. Questel. I hope I said that right. If you're from here and I screwed it up, sorry about that. But it looks like Questel to me. It's turning out, looks like it's going to be nice and sunny and beautiful over there. All right, here we are. Can go on the 97 North, which is the Caribou Highway. Right. And we're going to, old train station there. This is a pretty neat little town. There's quite a lot of services here. We'll come through here. There's an old cemetery. That's, ooh, it's a pioneer cemetery established in 1878. I love that, to actually go through old pioneer cemeteries. It's so cool. And, you know, I want to point out this, a lot of times, anyone that goes to those old pioneer cemeteries, think about it when you see, and I've said this before in different videos, but if you've never heard me tell you, if you see like a whole family that all died within, you know, days of each other, a couple weeks of each other, and it says, sometimes it'll say like consumption, or it'll say things, but back then they did not know about botulism. And actually, botulism is a word which I believe is derived somehow from sausage, because sausage is how they discovered botulism in the first place. And so that's the thing, when they used to preserve meats and things and they had botulism, families would eat them, and then entire families could die, and they did not, before they had discovered botulism, they didn't know what it was, and so they...
Bear left after 106 kilometers.
Okay, they would say it was some other kind of thing. There was actually one I saw that was creeping death. The whole family died of creeping death, and so we kind of figured that had to be botulism. But yeah, that's the deal. Like, if you go to old pioneer cemeteries, ask yourself why this entire family or several members of an entire family died within a short period of each other, because that can be interesting. So here we go. This is all right. So we are going to get back on the Caribou Highway, and then we'll show you some more. Okay, we're leaving Prince George. There's the Prince George sign, but I thought this little guy was cute. This little guy right there. So now we are on the 16 heading toward
Turn right after 434 kilometers.
434 kilometers to Kitwanga. And somewhere between, this is like a 5-hour drive, and it's only 1 o'clock. So somewhere between here and there, if we decide not to go all the way there, we'll stop. But you doubt it, huh? Because this is, we need to make up for yesterday. We kind of messed around a little bit. Took long, you know, we didn't drive as long the first day because we intended to see Ron. Yeah. So we're making up. But if we don't, that's fine. But this is a nice place. This Prince George, it's quite a nice, there's quite a lot here. So it's a nice place. If it worked out. Tim Hortons. I got to try Tim Hortons.
Mr. Mike's?
Yeah. We have always wanted to do, I actually have a subscriber, Veronica, if you're watching, hi. And she told me I have to try Tim Hortons, and every single time we've been where we could try Tim Hortons, it didn't work out that we could. So I am making it a mission to do Tim Hortons this time, because apparently they're really, really good. So I'm going to do that.
Or on the way home.
Or on the way home. Yeah, one or the other, because we will be in Canada either way. But this is just a pretty nice place here. See? There's the Brick. I've heard about the Brick. People have mentioned it. And so we'll get on the 16 going west, because at Kitwanga is where we get on the 37 that takes us up to Upper Laird Village, where we will change to the 1, which will take us into, it'll be Alaska, and then the 2 up to Fairbanks. So we're like freeway wise down to the easy part. So anyways, I will come back when we've got more to look at. All right, friends, we are passing Pizza. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, we are in a place called Vanderhoof, and I wish I had my camera out for you guys, because there was a big sign that said home of world-class chicken racing, and I would love to know what that's all about. But this looks cute. Like, there was a quilter's corner, and then there's a place called Grandma's Greenhouse. So this is really nifty. But look at how the terrain has changed. It's just flat. But this is the geographical center of British Columbia. Yes. Coachland. I said Cockroach Hotel. Anyway, so this is cool. So we're at the geographical center of British Columbia, which apparently has something to do with awesome chicken racing. And we're not going to stay here. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're going to drive like 4 more hours because we got an early start, but actually drive has not been difficult at all. So we're just going to make it a longer day. There we have coming down into Vanderhoof, British Columbia. So I'll let you guys see what it'll like coming in. And there's a Tim Hortons. Those things are everywhere. Kind of reminds me of the way Dunkin' Donuts is on the East Coast. Dunkin's my fave. So, what?
Gone.
Yeah. All right, so that's it, and I will let you know when we come up on anything else that might be exciting. Okay, this is pretty incredible. Hold on, we just, of course, do you see that? That is a completely frozen lake. Now, right now, it is 7 degrees Celsius. I'm coming out your window, dear. See that? Over there is a completely frozen lake. It is just beautiful. Look at that.
Funny thing is, we're a lot lower in elevation than we were earlier.
We are?
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah, so that was really pretty. I just wanted to show you we drove by that. It wasn't really a place to stop, or I could have gone out. That's what I need to do next, is stop at a couple places and do like a panorama. So that'll be cool. So it'll be fun. Okay guys, we are in a place called Burns Lake. It's beautiful, and the huge lake is completely frozen over. I'm hoping that we can show you that, but here we're just taking a little stretch and giving Snickers a little break. So I'll let you see what it's kind of like around here. So there's Snickers, go potty. But way over there, I don't know if you can see that white line, that's the frozen lake, and I'm hoping we'll get close enough to be able to show you a picture of it. So it's pretty cool. It's a beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous out. It's not too cold, seems just right. So if we get closer over to the lake, I will try to show you that. But until then, everything is going fabulous. And that's about it for our little rest stop. Brian's getting some coffee and maybe a cookie, and then we'll get back on the road. Hey guys, okay, so we stopped for the night in a place called Smithers, which is really a cool place. There's skiing that happens here, and the scenery has certainly changed. So I want to show you what we can see. This isn't from our room, but we can still see it. It's pretty amazing. Do you see that beautiful mountain up there in the trees? Now tomorrow I'll give you a better look at that, but how our scenery changed from one drive to the next. And if you can see over there, a beautiful mountain range covered with snow, and then even over there under the edge of that tree you can see more. But we're at this really nice lodge. It's pretty cool. So I am loving the drive. Tomorrow is going to be so fun. So there it is. So we're just going to go have maybe a piece of pie and some coffee. And there's Brian after his long day. But we calculated pretty much the drive that we're going to have to do tomorrow. It'll be great. So we're going to just head out tomorrow and do awesome things. We're going to have, I don't know, we're going to drive about 7.5 hours. And the guys here at the hotel kind of told us where to go. The difference is it's difficult when you're driving because you're not really sure where there's going to be enough services and stuff until you kind of get around there. So it's nice to know in advance. But anyway, I hope that's it. So this is day 3 of our trip, and this is part 2 of my video. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.